Carolina, at last you're on the map. With a new tune, funny blue tune with a peculiar snap. You may not be able to bop or wing, a foxtrot, two-step or even sing. You're not got religion in your feet, you can do this dance and do it neat. Charleston, Charleston, made in Carolina. Some dance, some pons, I'll say there's nothing finer than the Charleston, Charleston. Gee, how you can shuffle, every step you do leads to something new, man, I'm telling you it's a love. It's a buck dance, wing dance will bring a back number about the Charleston, then you Charleston.
That's all?
No, there's white bread, brown bread, crunchy cake, one of them big cake tarts from Gregory's and a bag of cheese.
Yeah, it is a do, isn't it?
And you just a brown jug.
And a little brown jug?
You know that is Sonia. Sonia will have everything. A little brown jug of fruity tea. It's right out on it. You don't come from round here, do you?
No.
I come from near Rotherham. It's always in. So does our Frank and our Wilfred.
Bell ringing somewhere.
I know it's for me. Left me wait. She's rung me after late today. I must know something kitchen cheese and do a bit for Jane. There's some automatic in the dining room. There's Elton and Eleanor and Mrs. Eleanor, of course. And Couch Round at Parker and Mrs. Parker. And Mr. at Stockett and Mrs. Stockett downstairs. A cozy girl.
Holmes is there, is she?
Yes, but she's stopped eating. You're cursing her, aren't you?
What?
Oh, sorry about the night near Flexible. I don't sound like nothing bad.
Now listen. What's your name?
Ruby Basil.
Well, Ruby, you wouldn't want the phone to get into trouble, would you?
No, like that. Like that killing.
Send the phone to finish eating.
Yeah, you can't get away like some of them. I don't think I'll be down at 5 weeks in a fortnight. Want to see ya?
Yeah. Could you just give her a tip quietly from here? If they're not coming in here yet, that is.
Not them. You think they've been far from us where they're going after? I mean, you better come down that way. You see now.
Oh, Peter!
Can't still got.
Well, I think now like that. I think you're standing here gapping into old place instead of getting on with your work. She's gone twice to you already and I'd have to take another on hot water in. Now get on, you little crap pot. What you holding? Just chapel?
Yes.
I thought you got it into you, lad.
How do you know?
I know you say so.
Not this much. So that's why Mr. Harry will have to come round this evening.
Ah, there's 3 of them here tonight, all 6 men at chapel. You've been enjoying yourself a bit too much, I fancy, my lad. You know what I said? I said, to hell with them.
No, you mustn't, not here. Oh, Gerald, be serious. You know what Uncle Joe sent for you, don't you?
Yes. They've got to in for me. I've just been told.
Oh, be sensible. This is serious. They've been grumbling about you for some time, and as far as I can make out, one of those miserable old beasts saw you one night with me.
Oh, I say, you weren't recognised, were you?
No, but you were.
Well, that's not so bad, as long as they can't drag you into it. I know how strict your aunt is, and you can't afford to quarrel with her. Not until we're ready to be married, anyway.
No, but you can't either. You're going to have to be very careful about what you say to them, and they're going to be very angry with you, Gerald. And there's that beast for Councillor Parker. He's here too. And you loathe him, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. I'll loathe him even more when he's full of roast pork and trifle. I think I'll give him time for that huge ghastly tucking they're having to go down.
I should, but they've nearly finished eating now.
Hey, if I clear out for half an hour or so, could you slip away too?
I might be able to. I'm in the way here. It's an anniversary celebration and I don't come into it at all.
What's they celebrating?
Short Shiraz, Sylvan. Dismissal, Elgin and Elgin.
Into myself? How do you do? This is Mr. Henry Ormond, our photographer.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. Delightful weather we're having for the time of year.
Isn't it?
It is.
You seem to have come too early.
I'm afraid you have.
What did I tell you, Fred? Always wanting to rush things. We could have had at least a couple more with my friend at Lion. He's a chap who's used to keep a nice little peppermint rock business on Central Pier, Blackpool, about the time I had my studio there. Good old days, Mr. Happy days, happy days.
All right, Henry, I'm sorry we're too early. Matter of fact, I don't yet know what this is all about. I've just got a message from the office to come down here and bring the photographer.
We're not silver wedding.
Henry, it's Alderman Earl's silver wedding.
Very nice, I suppose.
Yes, but not only my uncle and aunt. There are three couples of my uncle and aunt, Mr. and Mrs. Socket, and Mr. and Mrs. Parker.
Is that Councillor Albert Parker?
Do you know him?
Ah, we know him.
Every time he opens his mouth at Town Hall, he puts his foot in it. So they call him foot-and-mouth disease. They're all three happy couples here.
Yes, because they're all married on the same morning at the same chapel. They're a combined wedding group somewhere.
You have to interview them. They'll tell you how happy they've been. Oh, I see the idea now.
Here you are. Have you looked at Zerdino's old clothes?
To you, yes. To me, no. I would marry Miss Holt about that time. Now you see, Fred, what's wanted is another group in very same positions. After 25 years wear and tear, very nice.
You're holding it upside down.
I know, lad, I know. That's the way we always look at them professionally. Either the flies have been at this or somebody's touched up Albert Parker with a screwdriver. Well, if we're too early, we're too early. Might as well nip back to the Lion, Fred, laddie.
Right, we'll come back in about an hour.
They're keeping a very nice drop of beer at Lion nowadays.
Is this when they were married then? September the 5th, 1904?
Yes, why? Gerald, what is it? Gerald, what is it? Tell me, don't be so mean. Gerald, they'll be here in a minute. What is it?
They're coming. Let's touch out that way.
Well, what's needed now is a good cigar, and I've got the very thing.
That Mrs. Northrop, when she's finished the washing up tonight, she goes and goes for good. And quite right too. They're all the same, she didn't say anything. Trouble with her is, she likes the drop. I've smelt it before today.
You'll find that's a good cigar, Albert, like aroma.
Thanks, Joe. As you know, I don't smoke a lot, but when I do, I like a good cigar.
Herbert?
there, but have one of Joe's cigars. I did the paper and so should have been wanting one.
I think I'd rather not smoke right now. I believe I ate too much of tea.
I know I did.
Yes, you'll be complaining before the night's out.
And so will Herbert.
That's something that never bothers me.
We noticed that, Albert.
How do you mean?
Oh, go on, Albert. You know what Joe is. Must have his little joke.
I know I ought to have stopped long before I did. I mean, at least that Mariah, everything was so nice.
Here, here. Well, I said to Joe, I said, we'll just have the six of us, but we'll make it an occasion and do it well while we're at it. Didn't I, Joe?
Hey, did you?
You know very well I did.
All right, then you did.
You know quite well I did, Joe, anyway.
All right, you did then.
So all right, wait till somebody else is with you, then try to make you out a liar.
You speak for yourself. I don't make my wife ask me what I do, Annie.
Well, no, Albert, not really.
How do you mean? No, not really. I just don't, that's all. Good smoke, Joe. Quite a good smoke. It reminds me of that cigar Sarah Watson gave me at the club not so long back since. I was standing near a fireplace as Harold came up to me and he said, Albert, he said, Albert, I know it's been a long day, he said, but what about the sheep? I can tell them again, can't I?
Yes.
Mariah, have you had a copy of that old photograph we had taken? I couldn't find ours.
Oh, yes, where is it, Joe? You know, and that's many a time when I think of that morning, six of us all so nervous.
Yeah, and the parson were still. He wouldn't out but 2 pence a copper. I could have given him a few years myself.
I think we're about 37 married.
I'm sure we were. I didn't feel properly married.
Of course you've been married properly. If you'd been 19 doing all his life, you wouldn't have been married any better, would you?
I can't remember his name now. It was a temporary, wasn't it?
I remember. It was a tree. Beach.
Aye, that's right, beach. I need a funny squint. Oh, here's the old photo.
I see crossbreds today again.
Aye. And the Australian market as it is, they'll stay down. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. If Merinos is down and staying down, then your crossbreeds will have to follow. Now look at Merinos.
Here, Joe, we've not come here to talk about merinos. This isn't wool exchange. Take a look at yourselves and see what you took on.
Just a minute. Elves.
That's right, Joe. Ring.
Ah.
We ought to do it in proper style and drink our oaths before we go any further.
Further where?
That'll do, Herbert. This one's all right, you go too far. That'll do, Herbert. Well, there's a tray with glasses on, just bring it in. What? Me? How many pairs of hands should we got?
Just tell Thingumty Ruby to bring in port wine.
What? On top of your tea? Holy!
Did you hear that?
Just leave it, Joe. We don't want any trouble. She goes tonight and she doesn't come back. I don't know what things are coming to. All the same, answering back.
They're all like that class of people. They don't know when they're well off. We have the same trouble at mill. Idle, that's what they are. Oh, idle.
And ignorant. Back answers.
I'm supposed to know anything.
They know a lot better. And what you want to stick up for them for, I can't think.
Now then, Albert, don't start thrashing. This is an anniversary. Which reminds me, Charlie Pearson told me the other day they opened a new Wesleyan Methodist chapel up at Thornton, and they opened that with an anniversary. Well, this is ours. So, let's have peace and goodwill all round. I thought, first of all, we could drink a bit of a toast to ourselves.
That was my idea.
Then I thought, we can have a chat about old times and settle down to a nice game of Newmarket.
That was my idea.
Oh, what the hangman does it matter whose idea it was, so long as we get on with it and enjoy ourselves.
That's the great thing. Oh, enjoy ourselves.
I told you to leave that salmon alone.
Nay, Clara, why can't you have a bit of salmon if you fancy it?
Because it doesn't fancy him, didn't, Johnny. Well, that's why. Look at that time you all went to Scarborough.
It was Willington.
It was both. And what did the doctor say? Oh, dehydrated teeth.
Hey, what do you want to bring them all in for? One bottle at a time's enough.
Mrs. Northrop said you better have a lot while you was at it.
In future, you can take your orders from me, not Mrs. Northrop. Now just trot along, and no more lip.
Mrs. Northrop said she's not coming here again.
Ah, we know about that and all.
Oh, just leave it, Joe. Hey, where's that photo? You know what we ought to do? We ought to get in just the same places as we were in that photo. Here it is. Ah, that's right. I was in the middle. You were here, Clara. You this side, Annie. Albert, you were behind Annie. Herbert. Right, Joe.
Clara. Right. Hey. Right. Now. Well, here's to me, and my wife's husband.
None of that silly nonsense, Joe.
A few serious words is what's needed.
Oh, must you, Albert?
How do you mean, must I? What's wrong with a few serious words on an occasion like this? Marriage is a serious business.
Quite right, Albert. Where'd be without it?
Single.
Well, to begin with, marriage is an institution, isn't it?
That is so.
One of the oldest institutions, and it goes back. Right back. Well, it goes right back. And it's still going strong today. Why?
Yeah, well,
Now let me finish, Joel. Let me finish. Why is it still going strong today? Because it's the backbone of a decent, respectable life.
True, Albert, true.
Where would women be without marriage?
And where'd some of you men be?
Ah, we'll come into that.
Well, guess I've been wrong to try this course.
Marriage may be a bit more necessary to women than it is to men.
Why?
What? Yeah, I've got children, you see, Annie.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten.
I'm talking now, if you please. A woman might want a home and a decent, respectable life. But a man, he wants something
He wants all he can get.
A man wants a comfortable home and someone to tell his troubles to and so forth.
Oh, I like that, the and so forth.
Ah, Joe. So, as we're gathered here today to celebrate the anniversary of our wedding day, I give you a toast. The toast to marriage.
Yeah,
Very nice, Albert. You know, this will go straight to my head. Remember that time at Harrogate? I could have fell through the floor when that waiter laughed.
Now that's all right as far as it goes. But nay, Janet.
Joe.
Well, I bet it's not often three couples can meet like this. All married up same morning in same chapel.
I don't act silly, but my face goes so red.
Now, we need to have another toast. Just to ourselves. Here's to us, and the Reverend Mr. What's his name? Beach, who tied us up. Wherever it is.
No, all that big.
Oh, well, I told Yorkshire Argus to send somebody round to have word with us.
What? They got these in the papers?
Well, they don't want to catch us like this.
Is it Yorkshire Argus?
No, it's Mr. Forbes told us from the chapel. He came before and then he went away again.
So we'll tell him to wait. You know about this business, Albert. You do, Albert.
Yes.
But nothing. We can't. You're too soft. We can't let each other.
I'm always telling him so.
No, he's organized the chapel and he's paid for a job, but we just can't have any carrying on.
Don't go anywhere if I might say.
No, Albert is not about
Now you shut up, Annie. You don't laugh what we know. And I bet we don't laugh what we know about that chap. Never should have pointed. I said so then and I'll say so now. I know my own mind.
And I wish sometimes you'd keep a bit of it to yourself.
What does that mean?
Oh, hello. Where've you been?
Just have a minute. You don't want to see one because if not, I'm going to go see the heroes at home.
All right, no. Oh, that Gerald Force is outside. Your uncle wants to word with him, so don't you go talking to him.
Yeah, I should think not. Just say hello, good evening, and leave it at that, because, well, the less you have to do with that young man, the better. Oh, what's funny about that?
I'm sorry, Uncle. I remember something that made me laugh.
What's got all of her?
Ooh, she's at that silly age. They don't know whether to laugh or cry when they're that age. Anyway, I expect you want to be left to it, so we'll go upstairs, okay?
Certainly, after all, it's chapel business.
You didn't see what Joe brought me, did you? But don't you keep him too long, Joe.
It wouldn't take me long.
It'll take me less long because I don't make speeches. Anyway, let's get these out of the way.
To start off with, it's about a boy, Mr. Said. He's just too young.
I don't think that matters much.
The trouble with you, Herbert, is you don't think anything matters much, and that's just where you're wrong.
Nay, you're right, Albert. I mean, he seemed a nice young man and he had good qualifications, but somehow, Chapel didn't seem the same after old Sam Forsyth. With an organist that goes around wearing one of them pink shirts and knitted ties and increases his trousers.
It's all la-di-da. Then look at his Messiah. We all warned him, didn't we? I said to him myself, I know it's a Christmas feast, but you've got to get in afore t'others.
I mean, by end of November, you could have been so many of them, you could take your Messiah and throw it in canal.
And look what's happened. Hill Road Baptist gave Messiah. Salem gave Messiah. Tom Congregational gave Messiah. Picklebrook Westlands gave Messiah. And where was Lane End?
Yes, but when we got it, it was a good one.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but by that time there'd been so many of them, who'd have cared? Anyhow, that's all the detail. All the detail. Point is, we can't have any carrying on.
There, I agree, Dan.
And I should think so. Organist at Lane End, carrying on. That sort of thing may do down south, but just won't do up here.
We're all agreed on that then. Right. We'll have him in. All right, come in.
I wouldn't do that. Well, what have you got in your hand?
Cigarette, why?
Under the circumstances, young man, don't you think it might be more fitting, more suitable, if you didn't smoke that just now?
Very well. That's how you feel about it. Well, you wanted to talk about something.
We did. We do.
And if that's my way, we've been talking to you long since.
Well, not very long since, because I haven't been up here long, have I?
No, you haven't been up here very long. You won't be much longer if I'm my way.
Now then, Albert, keep calm. Just keep calm. Mr. Bull, you're organist of Our Lane End Chapel. That's the biggest place of worship around here. We're respectable folk and there's a lot of money behind us. And you have a paid position as organist and choir master.
Well, yes, though it doesn't keep me, you know, Mr. Harris.
Yeah, maybe not, but because you are our organist, you're able to get pupils and various extra jobs, so we don't do so badly out of it, do you, eh?
Yes, I'm quite satisfied for the time being.
You're satisfied? For the time being, you're satisfied?
That's what I said, Mr. Parker.
Councillor Parker! Ordinary old Councillor Parker, Mr. Soppy.
Plain mud.
Now listen here!
Listen, no, keep calm, just keep calm.
I'm quite calm.
You're a damn sight too calm for my liking, young man. You ought to be sitting there looking right ashamed of yourself instead of looking, well, as you do look.
But you haven't told me what's wrong yet.
Wrong? You're wrong, and carry it on wrong.
Right, in some chapels, they mightn't care what you did. I don't know. But Lane Inn's a respectable chapel, with respectable folk, and we naturally expect our organist to behave respectably.
I really think we've been rather careless, Mr. Forbes. And there's been a lot of grumbling and that.
For one thing, you were seen out late at night. We girls.
Girls?
Yeah, well, it may be the same as each time, for all I know, but if what I heard's true, she ought to be ashamed of herself. My word, if she'd have to do with me, I'd teach her a sharp lesson.
Somebody saw you once, gallivanting away late at night at Morecambe. And it gets around, you know. Oh, yes, it gets around.
So it seems. But I didn't think you'd find it worthwhile to listen to a lot of silly gossip.
Now, don't start taking that
Well,
tone.
what tone can I take? Silly gossip.
Now, steady.
Silly gossip, old woman 12.
Now listen here, young man. We're nearly twice your age, and we know what's what.
Well, what is what?
This is what's what. We're not going to have any carrying on. We're not going to have you making us a laughing stock in a five-worded neighbourhood. Now this is a fair
I
warning.
haven't done anything I'm ashamed of.
Well, what's that prove? If chap's got cheek of a brass monkey, he never need to what he's ashamed of.
Careful, old man.
Why should I be careful? I'm telling to his face what I said behind his back. He never should have been appointed. And carrying on, not caring tuppence what respectable folk might think. He ought to be given any fair warnings and told to go back where he came from. And then he can carry on as much as he likes.
No, steady on now, but steady on. We must give young man just another chance. Aye. Now, I'm not saying I would if this were any other occasion, but nay, damn it. This is a festive occasion, so we give you one more chance to mend yourself. Aye. Because we're celebrating our wedding anniversary, aye? All three of us. We've all been married 25 years today. That, what are you shaking your head for?
I'm rather afraid that you haven't been married 25 years.
Do you think we can't count, lad?
No, what I mean is, you've only been living together all
Living
the
together? I'll knock you out of your shoulders if you talk to me like that.
I'm not trying to insult you, I mean it.
Mean what? I mean, you're wronging damn dead you are.
Wait a minute. Joe, Albert, we must listen. He means it.
Means it? Means what?
I'm trying to explain, but you won't be quiet.
No, I
I
don't want
said
to...
quiet!
Leave him be, Albert.
Thanks. Mind if I smoke, Dad? I went to North Wales for my holiday this year.
What's this got to do with anything? I don't care where you have these damn holidays.
I went to North Wales for my holiday this year, and I only came back about 2 weeks ago. But when I was there, I made the acquaintance of an old parson who'd been working in Africa for the past 20 years. And when he found out I was the organist at Lane End Chapel, he became rather excited. Turns out, he was there himself, for a short time, about 25 years ago.
Oh, what was his name?
Beach. Francis Edwin Beach.
Oh, we were talking about him this evening. Aye. He's the parson who married us. Aye, all three couples. 25 years ago. That's what we're celebrating, you know, being married. 25 years.
Anyway, I could see that something was worrying him. You might say, gentlemen, it was preying on his mind. It was worrying at his conscience. It was haunting him.
What is this, a presentation?
Oh, I must apologise if I'm boring you.
La-di-da, la-di-da. If you've got anything to tell us, then for God's sake, tell us, and don't la-di-da.
Right, Albert. Well, what did Mr. Beach say?
Didn't say anything.
Well, what's he napping on about him for then?
Just a minute, Joe. That's not all, is it?
Paul? I should think not. No, you won't give me a chance. No, I said he didn't say anything. He wrote something. The letter only arrived a couple of days ago. From the Reverend Francis Edwin Beach. Dear Mr. Forbes, before returning to Africa, I feel I owe it to both you and myself an explanation as to what you must have found puzzling in my many references to Clacklewick and Lane End Chapel. Although I was only temporarily at Lane End, I could not forget it, for there I was guilty of the most culpable negligence. I went to Clacklewick straight from college, and during the first few months, I did not realise that there were various forms I ought to have signed and had witnessed by church officers, so that one may be recorded as an authorised person to perform the ceremony of marriage.
What?
The result was that
Perform the ceremony of marriage. The result was I was not then an authorised person. Fortunately, during that short period, I was only called upon twice to marry people. But the first time, there were no less than 3 hopeful young couples who imagined, poor souls, that I was joining them in holy wedlock, when I was completely unauthorised to do so.
Let us have a look. What it's signed to Francis Edwin Beach.
And if you compare that signature with the one in the chapel register, you'll see it's perfectly genuine. No deception.
Why, the bloody donkey!
What if we've never been married at all?
Don't start thinking about it. Don't think about it. It gets ugly. Very ugly indeed, Herbert. There's that son of yours at grammar school, for instance. I wouldn't like to have you in a day now. You see, it gets very ugly. Just keep your mind off details.
Silver wedding.
Oh, don't you start neither, Albert.
Sure, weren't it? When them 3 poor women upstairs get to know what they really
Them
are.
balloon goes up for proper. Oh, talk about the rumpus. You'll hear them from foot ear to leaves.
Sure, weren't they? They mustn't know. Nobody must know. What would the laughing stock of Cleckaway? What? Alderton Ellywell? Councillor Parker? Herbert, stop it. All Big Bennett Chapel too. Why, this league's out. We're done.
We are, Albert.
Once it got in the papers.
Oh, Christmas! It's got to be kept from papers.
I think you'd better give me that letter.
No. This letter.
Here.
Hey, Joe, give it back.
No, Albert, I don't trust nobody with this letter but myself. Oh, it's dynamite.
It might be, but it's my property.
Read it right there.
Oh, you would have to put that in, wouldn't you, dang me? You're in this mess just as much as we are, aren't you?
Just because you haven't a position to keep up there like we have.
I was only saying he's right when he says it's his property. We had a case last
Don't forget about that case. What about this case? This is a whole truckload of cases, this is.
My letter, please.
Now listen, mate. I know we were hasty with him when you first came in. We didn't mean it. It's just a way of talking. Whenever something there gets started, well...
You can't deny it, but you were a bit hasty. Mind you, I'll say it to your face when I've stepped behind your back. Yeah, he was the best Messiah and best Elijah.
Easy, best in Clecklewick, aye. I've told him when they asked me, I said, that young man of ours, I said, he's clever, I said. I knew he had it in him, I said.
You have, Joe.
And so have I.
I've always been on your side. Do you know, I believe you have. You can keep that letter tonight. On one condition. That Mr. Soffit has it. Thank you, Joe.
What's always?
Well, it just happens to be the way I feel about it. Now, either hand the letter back to me or hand it to Mr. Soffit, who will be answerable to me for it.
Certainly.
Okay. They're getting impatient.
I expect Claire has been ready to come down for some time.
We wanted to get on with celebration.
Just about no time.
Nice game of cards.
Anyway, I think I'll better be going.
No. lad, no reason.
No, no worries at all. I expect Joe's got a nice cigar for you somewhere.
Certainly I do. A drink of anything you fancy.
No, it's all right. I must be going. Really must.
No. Take it easy. No. Friends. We're the best of friends. Have a cigar, lad. Have a cigar. Now, you've got to promise me, lad, not to say anything to anybody about this nasty business.
All right.
You won't regret it, lad.
Hear that?
Right again.
Curious thing about wives. Always telling you what poor company you are, yet they're always wanting to get back to you.
Now, that's not because they enjoy your company, it's so they can see what you're doing.
Well, what are we doing?
We're wasting time. Listen, chaps, we're in no fit shape to face wives. They'll have it out of us in 10 minutes and then we'll fackle be in fire.
I know, we'll put the thinking caps on.
I don't suppose Mr. Beach could have been mistaken for me.
We might take that letter and get expert advice.
What, and have it all ramped down?
We might put a case without mentioning names.
No, I know what we'll do. We'll nip down to the club. We can talk it over there in peace and quiet. We'll go just as we are, straight to the club. Now then, young man, you won't forget your promise.
No,
You won't go back on your word.
you can trust me.
Good lad. Wait till we've nipped off, and then go out the front way. Come on, Albert. Herbert, we'll go this way, straight to the club.
Have you been listening? Listening? I'd say I've been listening. I wouldn't have been listening. I've been here for a week. Not from one of them properly married. Not one of those properly married.
Careful, you'll break the dish.
Break the dish? I'll break a dozen now, I want to.
Not you.
Okay. Why? Here's the start, anyway.
Go on, do some more.
Well, I must say, it's a weird way of going on.
Oh, then I've just gone outside to finish this mould.
When Herbert takes me out to enjoy myself, I don't expect him to be outside finishing any smoke.
That's something I wanted to talk about.
But if the talking so brave about it.
Come on, Ruby, are they out there?
No, yeah.
Have you looked properly?
Well, I couldn't miss 3 grown men in down that size.
Did you look up and down the road like I told you?
Yes, but they aren't there. Didn't you hear them go? No, I was back in the kitchen uptown doing washing up. That Mrs. Norfolk let me do it.
Well, where was she then?
Somewhere out there, I fancy. I know she's gone like a daft ever since she come back. Laughing to herself like a tot of barn pot.
Well, that's that Mrs. Northrop where we went. You know, that noise you heard upstairs. One of that, Mrs. Northrop brought one of the dishes. And Ruby said she just laughed.
Stop it out of the way, did you get good like that? I've no patience with them.
Oh, she did something else, woman.
But then I will drink it things from back at now.
Ah, well, I was in a hurry and I had to have someone. But she goes tonight for good.
Mrs. Norfolk said he wanted to have a nice quiet talk, so I went down to the club. Club!
The night of all nights. I've never heard of such a thing in all my life. Don't know what's come over him.
Club out, club in.
Maria.
No, really?
We didn't think you'd be down yet, did we, Joe? Did we, Albert?
No, we didn't.
That's right, we didn't.
Herbert thought it must have gone wrong in your head. Club.
And tonight of all nights.
We just thought we'd nip down while you were talking upstairs.
What for?
Oh, just to talk over one or two things.
What thing?
Oh, just things, you know, things in general.
Oh, I see the table's already. What about that nice little game in Newmarket?
You'll get no Newmarket out of me tonight. You just found that out? Never think of anything but their own comfort and convenience.
I'm surprised at you, Joe Elwell, after I've planned to make everything so nice.
As long as then she gets from them, club. Well, go on, say something.
Just think what day it is.
And after giving you the best years of our lives, that's a word of thanks.
And just you remember, Joe Elwell, there was plenty of other fellas I could have had besides you.
You seem to think that once you've married us, you can take us for granted.
Nay, I don't.
Yes, you do, all alike.
If some of you woke up tomorrow and find you weren't married to us, well, you'd be in for a few big surprises.
I dare say you're right, love.
Joe Elwell, what is the matter with you tonight?
No, what's wrong with me, love?
You'll learn more about this when I get you home.
Anyway, Clara, love, what were you saying about your cousin?
Oh, well, the doctor said, you're last, Mrs. Foster, that's your trouble. You're making acid as fast as you can go.
Oh, poor thing.
Yes, but it didn't surprise me when she did. I once saw it 9 hours of practice, finish them up after their uncle got married. I said, nay, have a bit of mercy on your inside. But of course she does laugh.
And where are you going now?
In the dining room.
What? For?
Well, because we've something to talk over. Albert, Herbert, quick.
Now what's come out now?
Something called.
What can be up? Just acting stupid, that's all. I've got a good mind to go and tell mine. Look, been married to you for 25 years. It's about time I had a rest.
And for 2 pins, I'll say to Joe, if you get down on your bended knee and beg me to, I wouldn't stay married to you if I didn't have to.
Well, I've done.
Oh, well, it hasn't taken you very long, has it?
No, but then I'm a rare worker. Anyone said to me, you're a wonder, Mrs. Northrop. I can't believe you've only got that one pair of hands.
Well, I don't think I want to wonder here, Mrs. Northrop. I'll pay you what I owe you tonight, and then you needn't bother coming again.
Oh, I see that's it, is it?
Yes, it is. I don't consider you satisfactory.
I should think not.
Well, you can keep your remarks to yourself. I don't think I want to come here again anyway. My husband wouldn't let me. Not when he is what I have to tell him. We've always kept ourselves respectable.
Oh, what does that mean?
Don't encourage resistance.
You mind your own interference. I was beginning to feel sorry for you, but now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's she got in that bag?
I've got me boots, me cleaning apron in this bag.
Yes, well, I can see 2 bottles in there and all.
So, what if you can? You think you've only got his kettle which you can buy some to sup. If you must know, this is 2 stars empty that belong to me. Bought and paid for by me at Chapter's off license. And if you don't believe me, you can go and ask him.
No, Clara, leave it alone. We've had enough.
24 shillings, wasn't it? It's 25 and 6 if I never breathe another word.
And 25 and 6, but I'll take some off of that dish you brought.
You won't take a damn halfpenny off.
Language now as well as back answers. There's a pound and that's all you'll get.
I won't have it. I won't have it.
There's a pound, Mrs. Northrop, and that's all you'll get. Now, what do you say, Clara?
Don't sit there looking like duchesses trying to swang, because I've lived here too long and I know too much about you. Well, I remember you when you were Maria Fawcett, and you were now but a burner and a mender down at Barkington before you took up with Joe Elwell, and you were now people shorter in those days. And as for you, I remember you weighing out apples and potatoes in your father's shop at Corners Park Road, and a mucky little shop it was and all. William's my husband. He isn't your husband. I'm as good as you lot, and the fact is I'm a damn right. At least I'm a respectable married woman.
Get a policeman.
Get a policeman. It's a dozen. Oh, they'll all have a good laugh when they hear what I've got to tell them. Not one of you lot got to be married at all. I heard that all in the telling your husband, if I can call him your husband. Just the outdoors. All are too good to me. Better than Turner Empire. Don't believe me. Suit himself. But he gave him a letter. And that's why they went down to the club to talk it over. But they've got a lot to talk over. And by God, so Bruce Lee. About time he thought he was ready, isn't it? Right. Now you owe me another 5 and 6 at least. And if you've got any sense, you'll see that I get it. But I can't stay, because I've got to meet your husband down at Air and Out. Because I've moved forward to increase his record of time, and he's got 3 tickets. So say good night.
That's why they were so queer. I knew there was something. The daft blockheads. Oh, for goodness sake, Daddy Parker.
But I'm not Annie Parker. And it all sounds so silly.
Silly? What's silly about it? Serves right with too bold of anybody to call me. It deserves to stop it all over. Couldn't even get us married right.
Well, the poor 15 is lining up down in the chapel. You get married again.
Get them three duffers out to Danny's room. No, just a minute. No, there's one thing from very start of earth that made that mad won't be able to think. Now, if nobody knew about this but us, it wouldn't matter to us. That's one of the parson rules. I'm the organist, though.
I'm the only who knows what I'm you wouldn't play at that final step.
Here. One of them men must go and fetch her. I think so. Well, if you find out about this with your... Oh, my goodness, your drunk zero, God knows where we'll be.
Well, here we are again. At least I am. Fred Dyson, Yorkshire Irish. Is that all?
Yes.
Mrs. Albert Parker, Mrs. Soffit. Great looking ladies, eh? Now, you'd never guess my trouble.
Never get an out,
What were you saying, Mr. Dyson?
Well, I lost our photographer, Henry Ormondrow. I was him up here earlier on. When I went back to the line where he left an old thousand, I left him singing loud and watching the tap room not 20 minutes since. Went back into the private bar 5 minutes afterwards. Couldn't find old Henry anywhere. So I thought he wanted to come back up here. By the way, where's the party?
You see, my husband, Alderman Ellis, well, you know him, of course.
Certainly, it's quite a public thing these days. That's why the army sent me up here tonight. And I told him you're celebrating until the wedding.
Oh, he's listened to our there then, did he?
He did?
He was. Yes, well, he didn't know then. What? I mean,
I think you'd like to know all about this affair.
and I'll bet no one.
Now, Mrs. Elbot, would you like to tell us just what your feelings are now that you've been celebrating 25 years of happy marriage? Come on, Mrs. Elbot, don't be shy.
Well, I hope you're pleased with yourself, young man.
It's all right, Mr. Dyson. She's a bit upset tonight. What with the excitement and everything. There's no point in staying here now. You better go and find your photographer.
Oh, for goodness sake, there were no photographers here.
She's a bit upset too, so you just pop off.
Oh, but
Off you go.
yeah, but what about... Oh.
For how long?
Oh, for goodness sake, you can't just sit there saying, for how long, as if you're paying me to manage this business. If we want it kept quiet, I'll have to stir ourselves and not sit about shouting like you and I did when that chap was here.
If we had said married, set an old school, none of this would ever happen. If my poor mother's alive to see this day, oh, I'm sorry, Clara, Annie, I don't know what came over me, but when he asked that question, something just turned right over inside, and I started to cry. Well, crying's not going to get us out of this mess.
Oh, Clara, for goodness sake, you're never satisfied because you're going at me for laughing, and then you blame poor Marie for crying.
Well, what do you want to go on laughing and crying for? What do you think this is? Uncle Tom's cabin?
Maria.
Who was that? I said, who was that came just then?
Yorkshire Argus.
They know.
Of course we know.
Where are you going now?
To fetch whiskey.
Is whiskey going to help us?
You might have told me it was little old me.
Not sure the taste.
No, it's right enough. Mother came to the chapel club and kissed her happened before where a young parson thought he was qualified to marry folk and it turned out he wasn't. But of course, it hasn't happened often.
No, but that's happened close. I ain't used to this. She? Who's she? The cat? Just now you talk about your old wife.
Ah, but you see, he isn't. Not now.
Albert Parker.
Any lady like a drop?
Dear time in it, shortly.
Albert.
Thanks, I will, Joe.
Herbert?
He mustn't have any.
Herbert.
You heard what I said, Herbert, stop it. He mustn't have any.
Thanks, Joe. Just a drop. Here. Who was the young Thorpe that had gone back on his word? After he promised Solomon not to tell a soul.
But he didn't tell us.
Who did that?
Charwoman, Mrs. Norfolk. She heard you behind that door.
Where is she?
Gone.
Why, if she's gone off with this news, you might as well play it on time old chimes.
Why didn't you say so at first? If she gets round town with this news about it, we'll never live it down. Oh. Did she go home?
No, to the hare and hound.
Swallow that whiskey quick, and nip down to the hare and hounds and fetch her back as fast as you can. Nay, damn it, you saw it here not half an hour since. Look, don't make it difficult to do. Just nip down to the hare and hounds as fast as you can and fetch her back. Promise her how much she asks for, but bring her back. And make haste. We're depending on you. Oh dear. You know, Albert, this makes me feel mighty peculiar.
What does?
This not being married.
You Ellen, how can you stand there and say a thing like that?
He ought to be ashamed of himself.
What was he talking about?
After 25 years of marriage, haven't I been a good wife to you?
I'm not complaining, am I?
You've been the same as a good wife to him, Mariah.
I haven't been the same. I've been a good wife, let me tell you, Albert Parker.
I never heard of silly talk.
What's silly about it, eh?
Everything.
No, but when you come to think of it, Albert's right.
We must face facts. Now, Mariah, you might feel married to him.
And I feel married to him. After 25 years of him, you wouldn't talk about...
Steady on with your 25 years of him. Talking about me as if a dose of typhoid fever.
I'm not, Joe, but all
Now
I'm
let
saying
me
is...
finish, Mariah, what I still like to say. I said you might feel married to him, but strictly speaking, and in the eyes of the law, you're none of us married.
Some of the neighbours have missed it. Couldn't you shout it louder?
That wasn't that loud.
You were bawling your head off.
You were, Albert. I thought you'd have more sense. You don't know who's listening, Albert Parker.
All right. But we shan't get anywhere till we face facts. It's not our fault, but our misfortune.
Well, I don't know so much about that either.
You're right, Albert. They're going to blame us now.
Yes, and why not?
Well, yeah, Albert, it wasn't our fault.
If a chap one and not just somebody dressed up.
Well, don't I?
You should have found out.
Oh, talk sense. How do you know Parson wasn't properly qualified?
Well, it's funny, it's got to happen to us, isn't it?
Well, that's what to say. It's not our fault, it's our misfortune. Couldn't be helped. But the fact does
If
remain.
you say to get out of Parker, I'll throw something at you. Me go on and on about it.
Mostly at the top of your voice.
Say no more. I've finished.
But, Joe, you're not going to tell me this has changed everything just because of this accident?
I won't tell you a lie, love, I can't help it, but ever since I've known I'm not married, I've felt most peculiar.
Oh, I'll knock your fat head off!
Well, I hope you're pleased with yourself now.
Never interfere between husband and wife.
You just said you weren't husband and wife.
Look, if I'm going to argue with a woman, it may as well be the one I live with.
Well, after all the inductions, another glass of port won't do me any harm. Thank you very much. Nice man has been shown, I must say. Was it nice man as Count Robert Parker?
Now, if I were poor Herbert Stopping, I'd think twice before I asked you to marry me again.
Ask me again. There'll be no asking. Herbert stopped my little than he stays, my husband.
In the eyes of the law.
You said that before, but let me tell you, in the sight of heaven, me and Herbert's been married for 25 years.
Well, that's just where you're wrong again, you see. Because in the sight of heaven, nobody's married at all.
Just come into the dining room in a minute, Albert. We're having a bit of an argument.
Yes, Joe.
Silly young stuff then.
Mr. Stoppett,
Yes.
Mrs. Edwards says we're going to the dining room. And it's rushing that and well. What were you all? All right, you want to come this way?
There you go. Nobody here. Nobody at all.
They'll all be back again soon. They're mostly in the dining room, brushing.
Oh, on a festival occasion like this.
That's right.
Oh, well, it just shows you what human nature is. Human nature. I've had if it's been a funeral, but all been here laughing their heads off. There isn't such a thing as a cigar, is there?
Yeah, you're looking at them. Do you want one?
Oh,
Yeah. Your mother said you hadn't intended for them to smoke. You'd put chimneys in the rest.
well, you can tell your mother from me, that if God had intended men to wear collars, he'd have put a collar stud at the back. What are you bobbing up and down for like that?
Probably doesn't down. You're a bit sickly, aren't you?
Sizzly?
Spiffy.
What an extraordinary idea. You seem to me the most extraordinary sort of, well, I don't know really. What's your name?
Ruby Basil.
Ruby.
Alright, I know it's a silly daft name. You can't tell me now about Ruby, I haven't been told already. So don't try.
Ruby, I think you're quite extraordinary. How old are you?
15. How old are you?
Oh, thousands of years. Thousands and thousands of years.
You look to me about 17.
70? I'm 54.
You're neglecting yourself. Too much lifting on elbows.
Do you ever read all these news? hatches for women that have been chopped up by husbands.
Yes, with bloody hatchets.
Well, if you don't look out, Ruby, you'll turn into one of them women.
Don't make me look soft. How do you mean one of them women?
Oh, don't you bother about that, Ruby. Plenty of time yet.
For what?
Now, what I'm going to do is take a flashlight group of 3 couples, just as they were in the old photograph. Now let me see.
You mean I've plenty of time yet to walk and then be chopped up?
Yes,
Well, what would you want to chop me up for?
perhaps you might find one as wouldn't, but you'd have to be very careful. Now you sit there a minute.
Are you going to take me party?
Not for a few years yet.
Plenty of time yet to walk and then be chopped up. Are you waiting for me to be chopped up? Is that what you're waiting for?
Oh dear.
You've got a right nasty mind, haven't you? Are you married?
Yes.
You are, doesn't seem to take much interest in you.
How do you know?
Well, I bet your clothes haven't been pushed through. You could almost make a meal off your waistcoat with so much egg on it. Why don't you tidy up a bit?
Because she's not here to do it.
Don't she live with you?
Is it essential that you should know all about my private affairs?
Oh, go on, you might as well tell me. Where is she?
Mrs. Ormeroy, at present, is helping her sister to a boarding house called Palm View. Only the only palm you'll see is the one my sister-in-law rolls out. Not likely. There's a place you go to live in, not die in. No, it's so great. So great. Yes, my dear. Torquay is on the south coast of Devonshire. It is sheltered from the northerly and easterly winds, is open to the warm sea breezes from the south, and so is a favourite all-year-round resort of many a delicate and refined person of the genteel society. In other words, it's a damn miserable hole. There we are, ready for all 3 happy couples.
Did you say happy?
Why not?
Well, for a start, we'll listen to them boring dining room.
Believe me, Rosie.
Ruby!
Ruby, believe me. You're still too young to understand.
I've been told that before, but nobody ever tells me what's given to them to understand. And behave me, good at cat rabbit.
Oh, it's not a question of rabbits, thank God. But marriage. Marriage. Well, it's a very peculiar thing. There's parts of it I've never much cared about myself.
Which part?
Well, now, I'm a man who likes a bit of company. And I like an occasional friendly glass. How it? I like an occasional friendly glass.
To be upstairs if you didn't admit it.
Well, if these 3 couples here have been married for 25 years and they're still sticking it, then I call them 3 happy couples. And I won't listen to you or anyone else saying they're not. No, I won't have it. And if you or anyone else says drink their health, I say certainly. Certainly, with pleasure. I wouldn't dare refuse, because if it dead against my principles, they're very good health.
You are going to be tiddly.
Oh, oh yes. To be together, side by side, through all life's sunshine and storms, hand in hand, through good times and bad ones, always with a loving smile.
Just sit down.
In sickness, in health, rich or poor, still together, side by side, hand in hand, through all life's sunshine and
Said
storm.
that once.
Oh yes, it's a wonderful, it's a beautiful thing.
What is?
What is? It's like talking to a little crocodile. I say it's a wonderful and beautiful thing to go through good times and bad ones, always together, always with a loving smile.
Side by side and hand in hand.
Yes, and that's what I say.
Well, there must be something wrong with me. Because when I tried going side by side and hand in hand, even for 20 minutes I had more than I want.
Extraordinary. What's your name?
Still really better.
Well, haven't you had a home?
Of course I've had a home. Why?
Because you talk as if you've been brought up in a tram shed. No sentiment, no tender feeling, no poetry.
Oh, I know poetry. We learned it at school. Here. They grew in beauty side by side. They filled on with grief. Their graves are severed far and wide by mountain, stream and sea. The same fond mother bent at night o'er each fair sleeping brow. She had each folded flowering side where those dreamers now. For midst the forest, on the west, by dark streamers lay, the Indian knows his place of rest. Far songs he shared.
Now I call that most peculiar. Most peculiar. I don't think I'm very well tonight.
You're a bit silly, aren't you?
Things aren't quite rightly in their place, if you know what I mean. But I'll get it, I'll get it.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Henry Ormonroyd, Yorkshire August, take picture, silver wedding group.
There's no silver wedding group taking here tonight.
Oh, I come to the wrong house.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh. Oh, nobody. I'll get it all sorted in a minute. Just give me time.
Yes. And it's true. I want to come in, write service writing poetry to him. And God knows what's come murders now with that Mr. Northrop. And I'm fast losing my patience. I'm fast losing my patience.
Oh, now, Clara. Well, now. Oh, I can't look any sense at all into Joe. Where's Herbert?
Still with that Mrs. Northrop. Oh, there's somebody else here now.
Oh, don't carry on so, Clara. I don't know who it is.
Well, if you did, I'll bet Joe did. As them come from Yorkshire Argus.
Well, Ruby, who is it?
It's the woman.
What woman?
Now, Clara. What woman? Who is she?
I don't know, but she don't look up to much to me. Paint on her face and I believe her hair's dyed.
Oh, we don't want that sort of woman here doing all right.
What we don't, but we'll have to see who it is, all right. You know, it might be something to do with the business.
How could it be?
Well, you never know, do you?
Let Joe see what she wants.
Oh, no, better not let Joe see her. I'll see her, Ruby, and don't be so used to having one, you know. Good evening.
Good evening.
Did you want to see me?
No, not particularly.
Oh, I didn't get your name.
No, I didn't get it because I didn't give it. But I'm Miss Lottie Gravy.
And I'm Mrs. Halliwell.
No, you're not. Not ever going to be our dignity. You're not Mrs.
what's been talking to you.
I certainly have. Better down her and hand. She's no friend of mine.
If you come to get money out of us, then
Money? Who said anything about money?
you must have some idea in coming to see us.
Oh, I didn't come to see any of you three.
Who did you come to see then?
Gentleman friend, love.
Gentlemen friend. Or you'll find none of your gentlemen friends here, will she, will I should think not.
Very sensible. You see, if a gentleman friend gets fond of me and then tells me more than once if he wasn't married already, then he'd marry me.
Well, go on.
Well, then I suddenly find out you're married after all. You can't blame me, can you, if I want to find out if you're still in the same frame of mind?
Well, I'll be hanged.
Now we are getting to know something.
Who was it?
Somebody else did it.
Oh, for goodness sake, can't you keep them out?
The Reverend Lemon Mercer.
Yes.
Ah, now, Mrs. Helena, although you're not a member of my congregation, I would like you to realise that I feel it is my duty to help you in any way I can.
I don't think I understand, Mr. Mercer.
Now, Mrs. Helena, don't worry. Let's just take things very calmly. May I sit down? Thank you.
Did Louis ask you to come?
Yes, madam. A working man I know called Northrop stopped me in the street and told me to go directly to Alderman Elliot's house, as the services of the clergyman were urgently required. So here I am, at your service. Now, what is it? Not, I hope, a real serious illness. Oh, I thought it because I thought it might be. Not a younger member of the family in spiritual need. Perhaps an erring son or daughter.
No.
I beg your pardon?
I said no. I mean, there's no erring sons and daughters. Just husbands, that's all.
Husbands?
You've got it all wrong.
Really? I don't see.
I think they want you to marry him.
Marry them?
Here, Mariah, you'll have to do something. You need to speak to Mr. Halliwell.
In the dining room, just across this way. Just ask him if there's anything he thinks you can do. Oh, that's right, Miss Good.
Here's your chance there. At least two of you did. Two of us. Oh, remember I told you. I've known him here in Blackpool. For at Blackpool really got going. He said he was feeling lonely. And you know what men are when they think they're feeling lonely, especially at Blackpool.
Couldn't have been Herbert. He's never been to Blackpool without me.
Yes, they are. Don't you remember, Clara? About 4 years ago.
And he said he had a minute away from that conference. I'll never believe another word he says. Your Albert was in that time.
Yes, I know he was.
So was Joe. Said he needed a change.
And we all like a change, don't we, love?
Now, Herbert, stop it.
Hello, Herbert. How are you these days? You haven't forgotten me, have you?
Forgotten you? I'm afraid there's been a mistake.
Oh, there's a mistake, all right. Now, Clara. I expect it was only a bit of fun.
What is all this?
Now, Herbert.
Don't call me Herbert.
No, wait till I'm out at way.
I expect you didn't mean that.
Mean what? Oh, I found that Mrs. Northrop.
Hello, Albert.
How do you mean, hello, Albert?
Now, Albert.
You might well look at me, Albert Parker. You and your cheap holidays at Blackpool. I only hope you spent more on her than you ever did on me.
Spent more on her? Who is she? I've never set eyes on her before.
I don't believe it. I
won't believe it.
There's motor cars stopping at front gate.
Well, tell it to go away again.
Hey, what with the photographer who's drunk and a parsonless man? Lottie!
Oh, it was you, Joan Halliwell.
Me? What?
Who said you'd marry her?
You were only a bit of fun.
Bit of fun.
Now, Google it. Yorkshire Argus. Telegraph and Mercury.
The Council Corporation of Flecklewick offers you their heartiest congratulations on this occasion of your silver wedding, and along with them, this case of silver fish knives.
I told you before, Fred, I don't like fish.
What hasn't been happening? You've had some trade on one thing or another. What? He didn't start it, did he? Because if he did, he's got something to answer for. Did anyone else know I was Ruby? No, and I bet you could stop out all night and there'd neither know nor care.
But what has been happening?
There's been like my house this last half hour. It's out and there a couple of been gone. And there.
Well, why did they want to bring the mayor into it?
Nobody brought it. He came of his own accord with a case of fish leave and wearing shame. Now to chop the pantomime. His interest is up, but the fault is in it.
Reporters?
Ah, you know, plenty of them all. And they didn't want to know neither. Not that mare. Mr. Carroll and Mr. Parker took him into the kitchen and gave him bottled ale. For all I know, they may be there yet. Mr. Carroll's upstairs in his bedroom feeling poorly, and Mr. Stockett's with her. Mrs. Parker and Mr. Stockett somewhere else in the garden. You know there's someone there. Ah, but let me finish. Now, there's a woman with her there, washing herself upstairs in the and nobody knows what she wants. Beyond a good wash. Down in there's a photograph in the night too in Transvaal with a gate Prince Parker. And I bet there's a little and nothing is doing there.
All sounds very confused to me.
Yes, I better slip upstairs while there's no one about. Charlotte,
See?
you still love me?
Of course I do. Still, even after a whole hour. Here, I say. You two seem very friendly.
I believe you were the anyway.
Were you?
Yes, we're practically engaged. I was too frightened to say anything to Uncle Joe just yet.
Well, don't start tonight.
Why shouldn't she? I believe there's another who won't be quite completed himself tonight as usual.
Good night.
Good night. Why don't you go outside and say good night properly? You only young ones. Yes, you're only young ones, further. Do you remember that time when you first come to Flecklewick and we went on that fire trip to Barnard Castle?
Yes, I do, Annie. As a matter of fact, the fancy was quite sweet on you then.
You don't remember that? I know you were, heard it stop it. You remember coming back in the wagonette?
Aye.
Those are the days.
Aye.
That's all you can say? Aye.
No. I might say too much.
Oh, I'd risk it for once if I were you, brother.
Oh, what does that mean, Annie?
Never you mind. But you've not forgotten coming back in the wagonette.
Oh, of course not.
Go on. How long has this been going on? Oh, it's me that hasn't to be silly, is it? I suppose standing there with my husband's arm around you, bold as brass, that isn't being silly, is it? Oh, what sort of behaviour do you call that, then?
It's only a bit of fun.
Oh, and how long have you been having these bits of fun, as you call them, nervous of it?
You've a nasty mind, Clara.
Of all the cheek and impudence, telling me I've got a nasty mind. You must have been getting over it to carry on with you like that for some time. And don't try to tell me he thought of it himself. I know him too well.
Don't be so stupid, Clara. I'm going outside to get some fresh air.
Well, then, stop it. Why don't you follow her and get some fresh air too? Go on, don't mind me. Come here. You heard me. Come here.
Why should I?
Because I tell you to.
I know. I heard you. Who do you think you are?
I heard that someone's gone in your head.
No, not me. I'm fine.
You should go home and leave me to all this business here.
Certainly not.
In my opinion, it's awkward with the both of us here.
Well, you go home then.
What did you say?
I said you go home. You're doing no good here.
There, just try and tell me to go home again.
Clara, I always said no matter what she did, I'd never raise a hand to my wife.
Big naughty thing.
But as you're not my wife, how about this?
Heaven!
Now sit down! Sit down! Shut up, woman! I'm trying to think.
I don't know what's coming over you.
You don't, eh?
No, I don't.
Well, you don't think I've probably women coming shouting and bawling at me and slapping me round the face, do you?
You've never complained before.
But then you were my wife before.
I'm your wife now.
Oh, no, you're not.
Give me that letter.
Sit down and shut up, woman!
Where's Annie?
She's out there in the garden. Why don't you go and look for her?
She's probably hiding her face. And if you see what I
Hold your tongue before it gets you into mischief.
I'm only saying...
Shut up!
Yeah, wait a minute. I think I'd like to hear a bit more about this.
You're going to be disappointed. You, get along to Mariah Halliwell. Go on.
Here, Clara, you're not going to...
You, mind your own business. Go on, shut up.
Herbert, have you been having a lot to drink?
I have a few. I'm going to find that Mrs. Northrop.
I thought as much.
And I may have a few more. But whether I do or don't, for once, I'll please myself. And if you don't like it, you can lump it.
Where did you say my wife was?
She's out there in the garden.
What a this time of night?
Yes, and why not?
I'll tell her that. I'm not going to tell you. You're not my wife, are you?
No, and she isn't either. Don't you forget that.
Annie! Hey, Annie!
Why don't you go and look for her instead of calling her as if she were a dog or something?
Because standing out from the down grass this time of night's bad for me. I don't want to start running a cold on top of all this marriage business, now do I? Annie! 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 Anyway, I came inside to have a few words with you in private.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll leave you.
In my opinion, there's been far too much argy-bargy amongst us all together. What we've gone on so far, you'd think we're meeting of gas committee. What's wanted is a few serious words, in private, together, between us chaps and us wives, and a lot less is public argy-bargy and hanky-panky. Ah, there you are.
Well, best of luck, Annie.
How do you mean?
Hanky-panky.
I think Herbert's had a drop too much to drink. It comes of chasing around the town after that charwoman. Well, Annie, I'm going to set your mind at rest. Yes, I don't want you to worry. Now, I think you'll admit I've always tried to do my duty as husband.
Yes, Albert. You've always tried it.
What do you mean?
Just what you mean, Albert.
Of course. There's nobody knows better than you. I'm in a totally different position now than I was when I first married you.
When you thought you married me, Albert.
Well, you know what I mean. In them days, I was just plain young Albert Parker.
And now you tell us about it.
Well, that's something, isn't it? And it's not all by a long chalk, is it? I've got on in world, made money. Come to a big man at Chapel. Vice President of Cricket League. On hospital committee and so forth, eh?
Yes, Albert, you've done very well.
Oh, I know I have. But it's not changed me much, no. I'm not like some of them. You There's no swank about me, no la-di-da. I'm a plain man.
Yes, Albert. Well,
Well, what's wrong with it, eh? You're not going to tell me that at your time of life...
my time of life.
Well, you're no chicken, are you? But I say, you're not going to tell me that at your time of life it's like a bit of swank and la-di-da.
Sometimes wonder.
Nay, nay, nay. Nobody knows better than me what you'd like. And I say, I'll say what a good husband I've been to you. Steady.
Yes, you've been steady all
Well, that's what I say. Steady, reliable. Not silly with my money.
No, Albert.
And yet, at the same time, not stingy. No, we're not stingy. Everything the best. If it could be managed, everything the best. Within reason, you know, within reason.
Yes, within reason.
Always reasonable and reliable. Never satisfied with what is due for most men. Getting on in the world. Going on, moving on. Going on and on, up and up. Cashier. Manager. Sharing business. Can't answer this year. Alderman next. Maybe there soon. That's how it's been, and that's how it will be. You know, Annie, I sometimes thought that right at first, you didn't realise just what you'd picked at Lucky Bag.
What's all this leading up to?
Well, I was just saying what a good husband I've been to you. And mind you, not that you've been a bad wife. I know, I don't.
Thank you.
So I thought I'd just set your mind at rest. I don't want you to be worrying about this marriage business. If there's been a slip-up, well, there's been a slip-up. But I'll see it gets fixed up quietly and we'll get married again. I know what my duty is as well as to the next man. I'll see you get married to me.
Thank you.
That's all right, then. That's all right. I'm not saying that every man has seen it as I do, but I know what my duty is as well as to the next man.
And what's about me, Albert?
I'm telling you, you'll be all right.
How do you know, Albert?
Now, don't be silly, Annie. If I say you'll be all right, you will be all right.
You're talking about yourself.
What?
You talk about your duty. Well, for 25 years, I've done my duty. I've washed and cooked and cleaned and mended for you. I've pinched and stripped and stayed for you. I've listened for hours and hours to all your dreary talk. I've never given any thanks for it, and I've had hardly any fun. But I thought I was your wife, and that I'd married you for better or worse, and that I ought to put up with you.
Put up with me?
Yes, put up with you.
But what's wrong with me?
Well, for a start, you're very selfish. But so are most men. You're idiotically conceited. But again, so are most men. There's some men at least are generous, and you're very stingy. And some men are amusing, but except when you're being pompous and showing off, you're not at all amusing. You're just very dull and dreary.
Never.
Yes, Albert, very dull and very, very dreary. And stingy.
Has somebody put you up to this?
Well, Albert, I've thought about it for a long time.
Well, how long?
Nearly 25 years.
Why, you little serpent!
And now I feel it's time that I'd like to have some fun before I'm an old woman.
Fun and fun? What do you mean, fun?
Oh, nothing very terribly shocking. Just
Just you stop it. Just you stop it, Annie Parker. I think you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Well, I'm not. This was liveliness and entertainment. No more business. Chapel Deacon.
Just why don't you paint your face, dye your hair, go onto the stage and wear tights?
I wish I could.
Mr. Stafford says if you haven't finished yet, you better hurry up or go somewhere else to have it out. Because they're all coming in here now.
But we haven't finished yet.
Oh, yes, we are.
Now let's talk a bit of sense for a minute, Annie. Nay, damn it.
Hello, Albert. When do you look so flabbergasted?
If I want to look flabbergasted, then I'll look flabbergasted without asking your advice.
Hanky panky.
Here, Clara. Now, you wouldn't say I was stingy, would you?
Well, you've never exactly been famous for getting your hand down, have you, Albert?
I got my hand down as well as to next man. Just because I don't make a big show of it. Just for chapping
La-di-da.
Now, stop tormenting him, Annie. Tormenting me? I mean, all tormenting here tonight, and I like that coming from you, and you've been a byword for years.
A byword for what?
For years.
No, Nestor, a byword for years. For what?
Oh, impact. Ask anybody who wears trousers in your house.
Don't be bold, Albert.
Why not a minute since you wanted to be wearing tights?
Don't be in a manner of speaking.
How can it be in a manner of speaking? Because you're either wearing tights or you're not.
What's all this about tights?
Now, you'll clear out right sharp if you take my tip.
That's the way Ticky does you. You look stingy to me.
Stingy. Now, if anybody else says that again about me tonight, they'll get what for, and I don't care who it is.
For two pins, I'd either leave this house myself or clear everybody else out. There's folk nattering in every damn corner.
Oh, no.
Clara! Now, Lottie, be reasonable. I mean, the devilment's all right, but I know you don't want to make real mischief.
Where's the mischief come in? Didn't you say that more than once if you weren't married already, then you'd marry me?
Well, that were only a bit of fun. You know what it's like when a chap's on holiday in a place like Blackpool and he gets a few drinks inside him, well, he says a lot of damn silly things he doesn't really mean.
Oh, I see. Telling me a tale and then laughing at me behind my back, eh?
No, don't make that, Lottie. No one advises you more than I do. You're a fine lass and a good sport. But you've got to remember, coming here like this, you've got to be reasonable. It were only a bit of fun.
No, just a minute, Joe, Elliwell.
Oh, Christmas. Here, Mariah, where are you going?
I'm going back to my mother's.
Your mother's? If you go to your mother's at this time of night in this state of mind, well, she'll have a stroke.
Aye, she must be about 90.
She's 72, and you mind your own business. I've got some of it here for you.
What do you mean?
Some of your new business, and see how you like it. It'll make a change from carrying on with men behind the bar.
What in the name of thunder are you talking about?
I'm talking about her. If she wants my job, she can have it.
Here,
Now,
wait a
listen,
minute.
Mariah.
There's all keys, so you better start knowing where they fit. Oh, and don't forget Charles has just been sacked. And I don't suppose Ruby will stay, so you'll have to manage on your own for a bit. Oh, and greengrocer comes at 10, and butcher comes at past.
Well, what does it matter when Butcher comes?
These is housekeeping books, so you better have them straight by Friday, or he'll cause a rumpus. Here.
I don't want to.
Of course she doesn't.
Well, she can't run this house without them. You said so yourself.
I know I did, but it's not to do with her.
Then what did she come here for? Anyway, I've got 5 pairs of socks here that want darning. And 1 pair of woolens. Upstairs, there's 3 shirts and 2 more pair of woolens. So you'll have to do them tomorrow. Oh, and you better start thinking about tomorrow's dinner, because he always likes something odd. He's very particular.
Here, what do you think I am?
Now listen, Mariah, you're getting it all wrong. No one knows better than me what a good wife you've been. No, have some sense of it. It's all a mistake.
And there's lots of other business you'll have to manage, but while you're managing it, and him too, I'll be Blackpool.
Dear Mariah? Mariah. No, Mariah, look. Mariah, come back.
pardon me.
For God, you mad word if you're not up, I'll throw your leg off. Hey, you were going to take their photo, were you?
Yes, group for Yorkshire August. Take a nice picture. Very nice picture.
Nice picture. Haven't they told you? Don't you know?
Here now, stop it, stop it. Have a drink of port.
Oh, I don't mind if I do.
Certainly, certainly. Liberty all is tonight.
Right, liberty all right enough. Chin chin.
All the best, Lottie. Oh,
Nice drop of port wine, this. Surely was well toasted soft bread, doesn't he?
oh yes, you'll find everything very comfortable here. Oh, here, somebody told me you're back at Talbot.
I was up to Christmas. Who told you? Anyone I know?
Yes, oh, just a minute. You know him, I know him. I have him here on the tip of my tongue, I can't remember. No. But I'll get him, Lottie, I'll get him.
Then have to go home. Our Violet. You remember our Violet? She married a sergeant, Duke of Willington. 33rd. She went to India.
Tommy Tootle.
What about him?
Yeah, weren't you asking about him?
No, I've better things to do than ask about Tommy Tootle.
Well, that's all, Lottie. What are we talking about him for? Has he gone to India?
No, you fathead, that's our Violet. Oh, I know, it must have been Tommy Tootle that told you I was back at Talbot. Do you see?
Yes, I know, but what of it, Lottie? Aren't you a bit argumentative tonight?
But you've had a bit too much to drink, I think.
Yeah, I'm all right, love. Here, what happened to your Violet?
Oh, she married a sergeant and went to India.
Yes, I thought somebody told me just lately.
Tommy Tootle.
Aye,
And I told you.
Tommy Tootle.
You've got him on brain, haven't you? Anyway, that Whitson took a job in Willington. Only stuck it 3 weeks, mind. No life at all. I told him I don't mind the work, but I do like a bit of life.
Oh, I'm just saying. Let's have a bit of life, I say. And here we are getting down in dumps just because Tommy Tootle's gone to India.
Like, and that's our Violet. Yes, you can be the hump, Harry.
Oh, well, give us a tune for old time's sake.
Ah, it's right good to see you, Harry, lad.
Good old times, Lottie. Good old times.
Yorkshire August wants you on telephone.
Oh, see you later.
Come on, I'll help you,
And then
lad.
let's go home.
Oh,
A few serious words is what's needed in private.
Aye, aye, but just give me a chance for a breather. I've just had to persuade Mariah not to go back to her mother's.
Why? What can a woman do?
Don't start asking questions, Al. Just leave it. Give me time for a breather.
Now then, Albert, Joe, Herbert.
What's this, an ultimatum?
Joe, very well. I want you to answer me one question.
Yes, Mariah.
Do you love me?
What sort of questions that little chap here? Why did you ask me upstairs?
Once and for all, do you or don't you?
Yes, Mariah, of course I do.
Then why didn't you say it so before?
And now by ourselves, that time we put a thinking caps on and stop running round the house, argy-bargying.
That's right, Albert.
Now let me finish, Mariah.
That, who is?
That's Mrs. Northcroft.
Oh, Jerusalem, we don't want her in here.
If you don't want me, why do you send him round chasing me and asking me to come back? You don't know your own minds till we're together, you know. Are you expected up with me yet?
Outside.
Hey, Joe, we can't have it going up the new machine door, so we'll have to stop with Cleckerwick tomorrow, eh?
He's been that for years, lad. Well, not do any well than you. At least he's had a bit of fun in his time. You've always been too stingy.
And if anybody else says that again about me tonight, they'll get what for. I don't care who it is.
I told you, outside, sharp.
Suits me. Think that's it for a party. You go out free to enjoy yourselves. There's a few faces here that stop the clock. You wait till some of the folk I know hear about me. They'll be laughing from back at mill right up to here.
You can't have me going off in this state of mind.
You're charged you with stealing.
Stealing? I'll knock your lying head off, missus. I've never touched anything in my life that weren't my own. What is it, love?
Dr. Thomas was asleep and snoring at that telephone.
Well, wake him up and tell him to go home.
And I could keep my mouth shut if it was made worth your while. That's blackmail.
Shut up, Clara.
Oh, you've come to life, have you?
How much do you want?
I wouldn't give her a penny. No, me neither.
Can we trust with no guarantee?
She could sign something.
Not to be silly.
Not a single penny.
Let me be quiet a minute. Let me think. Now then.
Very well.
What?
I waited him up and told him to go home. But he says he isn't home.
Oh. Oh, what is this? It's a bloody madhouse.
Mr. Halliwell, please.
Oh.
Mr. Halliwell, I can't allow such bad language. It's quite unnecessary.
You wouldn't think so.
Quite unnecessary. A little patience. A little quiet understanding. That's all that's required.
What, with folk like her?
Mrs. Northrop, what are you doing here?
Making trouble.
Making trouble? And you've been drinking again?
Oh, you're only a drop or two because I was a bit upset.
I'm ashamed of you. Hold your promises.
You're a wonderful man, Mr. Mercer. Oh, you're the only preacher in Clecklewood worth listening to. Oh, he's a fine preacher, is Mr. Mercer. He's a girt lion of a man.
Actually won't tell. Now I want you to promise me solemnly that you won't repeat a word of what you've heard here tonight. Now promise me solemnly.
Yes, Mr. Mercer. Wet or dry, may I die.
I suppose it will do. Now, off home like a good woman. Good night, Mrs. Northrop.
Oh, good night, Mr. Mercer. But you know, he's a girt lion of a man. It's worth more than you lot put together.
Well, that's one we're rid of. Now, have you studied that letter, Mr. Mercer?
I studied it very carefully. And you know what I think?
No, what?
In my opinion, it's perfectly genuine.
Oh, Jerusalem! I thought you were going to tell us something we didn't know already. Well, the hang what are we going to do now, then?
Well, if you want my final opinion, if there was less bad temper and bad language in this house, you'd have a better chance of settling your affairs.
And I'm thinking, I'm getting a bit tired of you, Mr. Mercer.
What? After wasting all my time, you have the audacity? Here, sir. Good night. Good night, ladies.
Well, that's another one we're rid of.
Now, what's wanted?
What's wanted is a bit of language. And where are we going to get that from?
You'll get
I
it from
don't
me
know.
if you'll just be quiet a minute. Now, then.
Ooh. Ooh. Now let's see, what were we talking about?
We weren't talking about anything to you.
I wouldn't object to a nice game of cards. I like a game of sword, don't you?
No, I don't. And I told you to get off home.
Yeah, but you want your photographic group, don't you?
You'll take no photos here tonight.
No, it's a funny thing you should have said that. Because I'm a chap who notices things. I have to be in my profession. And I've been telling myself that there's people here in this house tonight who isn't easy in their minds. No, that there's something a bit off here, and people have to be easy in their minds, you know, to be photographed. Nobody ever came with a toothache, you know, to have their photograph taken.
What am I supposed to do? Never occurred to me that.
Name, sir.
Stop it.
Pomeroy here. There's port in this page. I like to do it sometime in a nice sepia finish. Remind me, Mr. Soppet. Ah, there you are, Lottie. Joint company.
I thought you'd gone long since.
You promised me you'd go half an hour since.
We ought to put police on you.
Now, what's the idea of picking on Lottie? Why don't you live and let live? We're all in the same boat. We all come here and we don't know why. We all go in our turn and we don't know where. And if you're a bit better off, be thankful. And if you don't get into trouble and make a fool of yourself, well, be thankful for that, because you usually might. What I say is this. We're all human, aren't we?
Yes, and thank you.
What are you thanking him for? Who's he to tell us what we ought to do?
Impudence, I call it.
Oh, me? I'm nothing much. But in case you want to get nasty, Counter Albert Parker, just remember, I happen to work for a newspaper. Don't forget that. Behind me stands the press. And the press is a mighty power in the land today.
Telephone went, and when I said who is it, chap said Yorkshire Highway, his own road out the top of there. And when I asked the Jerry still here, he said, well, tell him he's sacked.
Oh, my lass. I left the bag in here somewhere.
You must have left it down lying, lad.
I thought he couldn't carry corn.
Shut up. Nay, Harry, it's not so bad.
It's not so good. I'll have to know where to turn.
Ah, come on, we've seen a bit of life and we'll see some more before the throat in Lucky. For 2 pence I'll take him away now and leave you lot to sort out your own troubles, if you can.
Well, what's he got to do with our troubles?
Plenty. You tell me you were married, Harry.
Hey, Lottie, they don't want to hear about my bad luck.
I know we've been up on our own without days.
Oh. Go on, Harry, tell them you were married.
Oh, Lane End Chapel, 25 years since.
Here. He must be in the same boat with us then.
Just another of my bits of bad luck.
But Harry here had separated from his wife. He wanted to be free.
Oh, what were they worried about? And they weren't free. The parson hadn't proper qualifications.
Hold on, go on, Harry.
I know he hadn't. Wife found that out. But what she forgot till I got a copy of the certificate was that in them days, chapel wedding, 25 years since, registrar had to be there and all to sign certificate.
Oh, he's right.
I know damn well I'm right. I've been carrying certificates around for months, trying to find a loophole in it. Here, see for yourself.
Oh, we're married after all then?
Aye, of course we are. If parson didn't tie us up, registrar did. All legal and right as ninepence.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, Mr. Ormonroy, this is the best night's work you've ever done. Thank you.
Here, Harry, why don't you take up that nice little photo shop again up in Blackpool?
Hey, it'd take about £100 to start up again, and I haven't got 100 shillings. And I know you haven't.
No, but there's folk here who'd never miss it.
Yeah, steady.
Stingy again.
Nay, never. If that's how you feel.
Nay, Ormonroy, lad. We'll fix you up, don't worry. Leave it to me. You've taken a weight off my mind tonight. Now then, everyone, let's brighten up. Ruby! Ruby, bring some drinks, lads. Out you got. Now, who'll give us a song?
Oh, Lottie's the one. Come on, Lottie, give us a tune.
Everett shopping. I am your wife after all.
Yes, Clara, and I hope we'll be very happy. But we won't be if you don't drop that tone of voice. I don't like it.
No.
Here, Joe. Now, you wouldn't say I was dull and dreary, would you?
Aye, a bit older.
Well, that beats me. Because I've always seen to myself an exciting sort of... Anyway, stingy as ever I am, I'm still your husband.
So I guess I'll have to make the best of you. I guess we'll have to make the best of each other. But then perhaps that's what we're here for.
That's right, Lord.
So what about having some of that fun you've been talking about?
Oh, it doesn't matter, all
It does, I say. We'll all have some fun.
All in your places. Now, steady, steady, everybody.
Last night tonight, so I have to do a little bit of duty here and thank everybody who's helped us along. I'd like to thank Becky and Maureen, front of house. I'd like to thank Anne and Bob for doing the refreshments. Maureen Whitman for looking after all the tickets. And then behind stage, we've got John Hunter as the stage manager, and his the set. Oh dear. Never mind this easy. I can never remember the lines. I haven't got my glasses on anyway. I'd like to thank Margaret Audrey. If you come forward, please, Margaret.
That would be. You wouldn't like to have to get in trouble with an awful lot, would you?
And you know what I said? I said to Eldon.
Bet your arm didn't. You can't afford to quarrel with it. You'll have to do less than that anyway.
You can't either, Gerald. They're going to be really cross with you, and you'll have to be awful careful about what you say to them. And there's that meeting out at the park, and he's here too. You load him, don't you?
Absolutely. And I'll load him even more when it's full of roast pork and trifle. Yes. I think I'll give them time to get over that huge ghastly tuck in there having.
I should. It's nearly finished now.
Say, you might clear out half an hour or so. Could use the place more.
I might. I don't really want them to things at all. And they're taking away, really. It's an anniversary celebration.
What's this celebrating?
Yorkshire Irish. Two of them. Yorkshire Irish. Two of them. It's a little girls and our working children so I can sing.
Evening, Miss Hills. How do you do? It's Mr. Henry Ormondroyd. All right, okay. This is Mr. Henry Ormondroyd, our photographer. Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. That's delightful weather we're having for this time of the year, isn't it? Or isn't it?
Oh, Gerald, what's the matter? Tell me what you're laughing at. Gerald, what is it? Oh, don't listen to me, Gerald. I'll be here in a minute.
Now, what's wanted now is a good cigar. What's wanted now is a good cigar and either very thick.
That Mrs. Northrop, when she's finished her washing up, she goes tonight and goes to the bush.
I'm quite right too. Don't say it, answer him back if you say anything.
Trouble with her is she likes to drop. I smelt it before today.
Now, now then, I've some photographs. Now then, Albert, you want them?
It's an occasion while we're at it, didn't I, Joe?
Yeah, did you?
You know very well I did.
You wouldn't have been married any better, would you?
You know, I can't remember his name, and Leslie wasn't it?
I remember. It was a tree. Beach.
Yeah, that's right, Beatles.
What's wrong with a few serious words on an occasion like this? Marriage is a serious business.
Yeah, that's right, Albert. Sorry.
That's right, Albert. Where are you without it?
Single.
That'll do a bit.
Marriage. Well, marriage. To begin with,
When she just react, always react. Again. That'll do it.
That'll do a bit.
marriage. Well, marriage. To begin with, it's an institution, isn't it?
That is so.
One of the oldest institutions. It goes right back to, well, it goes right back. And it's still more necessary to women than it is to men.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, children, you see, Annie.
Oh, yeah, I've forgotten. Yeah.
I'm told.
Well, this business, Albert, you two, Herbert.
Yes, but
But nothing. You're too soft, Herbert. Come on,
Claire.
You're too soft, Herbert.
I'm always telling him so.
I'm sorry. He's Chapel, and he's paid for job. No, either he doesn't. And the agent's out properly, or he goes.
It'll go anyhow if I...
Oh, she's a funny age. I don't know whether to laugh or cry off the crowd under that age. Now, Sarah, I bet the men want to be left on the road.
No, that's right. After any November, you could have taken the side and thrown it in the canal.
Hey, you'd have been talking. We'd have been
Grade End Chapel. And that was the biggest place of worship around here. It's a very respectable neighbourhood with a lot of money behind it. And you were paid position, as I wrote in the book the first time, there were no less than three Oakland couples. Three Oakland couples who imagined, poor souls, that I was joining them in holy wedlock when I was completely unauthorised to do so.
Let's have a look. That wasn't in place. Let's have a look. It's signed. It's signed all right too, Francis.
Yeah, I know, but you go to that, you just hold the hat on your head. And then take it off when Mrs. Northrop.
Do you mean listening?
Listening? I'm there for listening. I wouldn't have listened to it because I'm here every week. Not one of them properly married. Not one of them properly tied up.
Well, break a dish.
Break a dish? I'll break a dozen now if I want to.
Not you.
Oh, that.
Then.
He's a start anymore.
Crash.
Oh, dear. No,
Enough good.
yeah.
Hey, I don't know what's come over them. I know what'll come over one of them.
Perhaps there's something else.
Something down me. Ale, stout and whiskey. Drinks all round, money no object.
Aye, well,
Well, purpose of it must be running in your head.
When you want to take Mrs. Northrop, I can't believe it's that long there about. Sure, what you done?
Well, I don't think I want to wonder if Mrs. Northrop.
Thanks a lot. I don't think I want to do it anyway. Anyhow, just a vendor. Well, that's a vendor. Just a vendor. Just a vendor. Well, I was a vendor at Parkinson's before you took it to Eleanor, and you were out with the all sorts in those days. And as for you, I remember you when you were weighing out apples and potatoes in the green father's three grocer's shop corner of Port Road. And I'm looking to shop at where and all. Ah, fetch my show, fetch my oh. Here it is, just say looking at the shop again. And a mucky little shop it were and all. Ah, fetch my husband. He is your husband. I was going to say I'm as good as any of you, but the fact is I'm a damn sight better. Yes, I'm a respectable married woman. Get a policeman. Get a policeman. Get a dozen. They'll all have a good laugh when they hear what I've got to tell them. Not what you got properly well. I heard that awful friend of yours telling your husband. If I can call him your husband. And that's why I was just that door. Oh, it's too good to me. It was better than Turner Empire.
I don't believe a word of it.
Well, please yourself, but give me a letter. And that's why I went down to the club to talk to over. Because I was a talk over and buy a gal for the usually. It's about time to go to get away, isn't it? And now, you're on another 5 and 6 at least. And if you've got any sense, you'll see if I get it. And I can't say, because I've got to meet your down at Air now. Because you've got 3 tickets for a door, for a juice. You've got 3 tickets for a juice. We've got 6 tickets.
It's not a draw for
We're
you.
having a draw for a goose next time. And we've got 3 tickets. Something to know. Yeah, so when the door hangs,
That's why they were so queer. And they know something.
there's that blockhead.
Oh, for goodness sake, Harry Parker.
But they're not Annie Parker. They're also silly.
Yes, you are.
Oh, what a girl. Oh,
Oh, no, Yorkshire God knows where we'll be.
Well, here we are again. Please nine.
Jamie,
Yes.
yeah, can you just say you can get used to...
Is it all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mrs. Aldercroft and Mrs. Stoppage?
Yeah, first aid to... Mrs. Halliwell.
Mrs. Halliwell?
Yeah, that's her.
Mrs. Aldercroft?
It's all. She's a bit upset with all the excitement and it's no use you staying there. You want to go, please. Sorry, Billy.
No, I did, yeah, last week. I didn't first week.
Yes.
Although you're not a member of my congregation, I'd like you to realise that I feel it is my duty to give you any help that I can.
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, Mrs. Devil, don't worry. Let's just take things calmly. May I sit down?
Oh!
Someone...
Did somebody ask you to come here?
Yes, madam. A working man.
What? Mean what? I found that Mrs. Norfolk, Albert.
Hello, Albert.
How do you mean? Hello, Albert.
You're not looking at me.
Yes, go on, sorry.
Yes, you might well look at me, Albert Parker. You're in your cheap holidays at Blackpool. I only hope you spent more on her than you've ever done on me.
More on her? I've never set eyes on her before. Who is she?
I don't believe it. I won't believe it. Well, tell her to go away again.
What with the photographer who's drunk and a parson who's married? Lottie!
Lottie? So it was you, Joe Halliwell.
Me? What?
Who said you'd marry her?
You were only a bit of fun.
You bit of fun.
I want to give you Mr. Taylor. The council at Corporation of Blackwood wishes to offers you their heartiest congratulations on this occasion of your silver wedding, along with this case of silver Christmas.
I told you before, Fred. I don't like fish.
There, and then laughing at me behind my back.
No, I don't.
You've got to be close then, so that she can push you.
No, I don't. Me.
No.
No.
No, don't get, you come,
Drop on
yeah,
the
no, back. Yeah, no, you, that's right, yeah. Yeah. So just go back to now, you know very well that it's only this one.
You know very well it was only a bit of fun.
Oh, I see.
No, sorry, it's my fault stopping you when the chap's on holiday.
Oh. Now, Lottie, be reasonable. You know what all this knows. When a chap's on in a place like Blackpool, and he gets a few drinks inside him, well, you know very well. He says there's a few down to there's a lot of down to the things he doesn't really mean.
Oh, sorry, no, it's too late. You've got, go back to, now not to be reasonable when you first come in then.
No, it's like that. At least no, not this way. At least time at night, you can't take them right. You give her a stroll.
I just about mind to do. She's 72, and you mind your own business. I've got some of it here for you. Here, what do you mean?
Sorry.
Some of your own business, and see how you like it.
Come on, love, I'll help you. That's not it, on. Now, what's on to this view series? Where are we? And the ladies. Leave it here and have a breather. And then, as the ladies walk in, I want you to three men to stand sort of...
But we can't have her telling all she knows, so that we'll be slapping stock at Blackwick tomorrow.
You've been that for years, lad.
What, we can't like her?
Mrs.
to that end.
Right,
Right at the end, which leads them to more or less end. So to go off, Tony must come on straight away. Say, it's bloody, what is it, a bloody mad house? Turn around and say that to everybody on stage.
What is it? A bloody madhouse?
That's right.
Oh, Joseph, that's another one.
This is the best nurse work you've ever done. Thank you.
Hey, Harry, why don't we take up that water shop and do that all again?
Hey, it cost me about £200 to start it again. And I haven't got 100 shillings, I know you haven't.
No, but there's folk here who'd never miss it.
Here, steady.
Albert, stingy again.
Nay, never, if that's how you feel.
Don't worry, we'll fix you up all right. Don't worry, we'll fix you up all right, lad. Hey, by cow, you've taken a weight off my mind. Now then, everyone, let's brighten up. Ruby, bring us some drinks, lad. How have you got? Now, who'll give us a song?
Oh, what is the one? Come on, Lottie, play us a tune.
See you, but I am your wife after all.
Yes, and I hope we'll be very happy, but we won't be if you don't drop that tone of voice. I don't like it.
No, Bernard.
No.
Here, Joe, you wouldn't say I was dull dreary, would you?
Aye, a bit, Albert.
Well, that beats me. I've always seemed to myself an exciting sort of chap. Anyhow, stingy or whatever I am, I'm still your husband.
So just that, I can make the best of you then.
Sorry. It looks as though we have to make the best of each other, but then perhaps that's what we're here for.
Aye, that's right, love.
Well, we'd better see if we can have some of this fun of yours you talk about.
No, it doesn't matter, Albert.
It does. I say we'll have some fun.
All in your places.
It's above Annie.
Yeah.
All in your places. Now, steady. Steady, everybody.
Flash.